Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We are more than halfway through July, and it has been flying by, literally flying by. Although I was looking back at my schedule, I'm like, why do I feel like I've been living out of a suitcase? I'm like, oh, yeah, I have. We had a week at the beach, and then a week in Vegas, and then a week in Tennessee, like literally 3 weeks in a row. So this deep, sexy voice thing is just from my body saying, enough. So, anyway, started a reset, got my shake, ready to rock and roll, get back on track. And so, getting back on track, I want to just like literally jump right in, and we are going to go hardcore Monday motivation. I This was like one of those things where I used to get on and go live on my own Facebook page every Monday for this is what I'm learning, this is what's kicking my own butt right now. Here are some things moving forward. And this morning, I just kind of had this download as I was thinking about the Sunday night call last night. So I would love for you guys to drop in the chat. One, do you know that we have a Sunday night call that happens every single Sunday night where you are going to hear three wonderful stories updated every single week? This has been going on for like 4 months now. Melissa Eichenhorst is the brainchild behind it. She has orchestrated this phenomenal system for us to plug into and use. And so last night was just fire. I mean, it was Megan Goff, Jessica Heffley, Cassie Howard. It was so, so good. And so as I'm on there with a guest who is watching, I am just thinking to myself, this is incredible. Hearing those stories. So Karen, if you are in our chat, our Facebook chat, if you scroll up, I have a whole Sunday night system posted with the board. And Melissa puts the recordings every single week. She updates that board. If you are not in the Facebook Messenger group, just message me and I will add you. But it is a system that does not change. Every Sunday at 8 Central, that's where we are showing up. We had 269 people on last night. We've been averaging right about 250 to 300 people on every single Sunday night. Now, how many of you know when you get somebody who says, hey, I would love to know a little bit more about what you do? If you get on a call that has almost 300 people right there, credibility, validation, somebody's saying, oh, well, it's not just my friend Sarah who's talking about this company. Oh, it's not just my friend Vanessa who loves these products. You get to see and hear all of the real life stories. And that got me thinking. I think it's been over 10 years ago since Lori Harrison shared something with me, and it has never left me. It has been in my brain for the last 10 years. We were on a huge Zoom call where people were sharing their testimonials. And when the recording stopped and a few of us stayed on afterwards, she said, okay, people, I need you guys to listen to all of those stories. I mean, we're talking jaw-dropping, life-changing transformations like we know people are having. She said, I want each of you to pick one name of one person that shared their life-changing testimony, and I want you to erase it. I want you to just say, oh, sorry, we're going to take that testimony away from you. And she said, and now I want you to think about the fact that you're the one holding that eraser. If you were the one that didn't open your mouth and share with somebody who was hurting and somebody who needed what you have to offer, what if you are the only person in that person's network who can share hope, health, and happiness? And if you don't share, you are preventing them from having that life-changing transformation. When she said that, I was like, okay, I'm going to need a minute here because it was so convicting and just so deep and to the point. If I keep my mouth shut, if I don't share, what is the ripple effect, positively or negatively, specifically negatively, for the impact that I prevented from somebody not having the opportunity to hear what I have? So as I'm listening to the Sunday night call last night, Jessica Heffley gets on. If you guys do not know, Jessica Heffley is a 7-star diamond in our company. So second only to Celeste for leadership development. She is getting ready to rank her second position to Emerald this month. So she will be an 8-star diamond. So when she shares something, I listen. She shared last night that she was home postpartum with her first baby, um, and she was just bored and was looking for a way to help supplement income because they were drowning in credit card debt. And she literally, sitting on her couch, Googled, how can I make money from home? Now, I want you guys to put yourself in the position of, if somebody got on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, or if somebody went to a coffee shop and started asking questions, how can I earn money from home? Would your name pop up as, oh, you should call my friend Tina. Oh, you should call my friend Kim. They know an answer to your pain point or solution. How many of us would be able to have somebody go to our social media and say, oh, this person has found hope, health, happiness with an opportunity and products with a company that's changing lives? And that is something that really has just been, driven home for me. Like, wow, I can make the decisions that I make right now in my life because I said yes 13 years ago. But if somebody had not had a car magnet and been advertising with their phone number, drink pink, back then it was drink pink and get skinny. 14 years ago, that was our slogan that some of the ambassadors had coined. But if they hadn't advertised, I wouldn't have known. If somebody hadn't sent me samples, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to say yes and know that it was going to help with my migraines, help with my irritable bowel, and all of that. So I want to read as an extension of that. I'm bringing back dusting off my favorite book because I want you guys to just listen. Because when we come to work, when we come to say we are going to motivate each other, we are going to reach out, we're going to do our, IPA, we're going to do our 7 steps to winning the day. Oh my gosh, I have to wish somebody a happy birthday. Oh my goodness, you're going to ask me to reach out. If we make it about us, we are going about it all wrong. If we flip it around and say, who can I help? Who is that one person who won't hear about Plexus if I don't share? And if we really turn that around to who can I help, who can I serve, who can I love, who can I, help with a solution or an answer for all of those Jessica Heffleys out there who are Googling, how can I make money from home to help with my family? How can I dot, dot, dot? Every person on this planet is waking up on a Monday morning saying what their pain points. They're playing it over and over in their head. I'm tired. I'm poor. I'm so overworked. All of those things. Everybody has pain points in their life. So I want you guys to think about this. The true ripple effect. When you create positive improvements in your life, you create positive ripples that spread out all around you, like a pebble of positivity dropped in a pond. Those ripples may not be visible. In fact, they might be mostly invisible. But just because you or others may not see them doesn't mean they're not there. They are, and their impact can be enormous. When you reach out and positively affect one other person through your interactions, through your words, you create a slight change in that person who is then more likely to reach out and have a positive effect on someone else. Simply put, one touches another, who touches another, who touches another. Through your everyday attention to those simple positive actions, your happy habits, and your daily disciplines, you don't only have an impact on yourself, but you are also having a powerful impact on everyone around you. You become a better relative, you become a better friend, a better business associate, a better father, mother, son, daughter, brother, sister, aunt, uncle. You become a more positively contributing community member and a more influential thought leader, which in turn creates a spreading positive impact on the world around you and society at large. We all have a ripple effect of some sort already, whether we realize it or not. But if our moods go up or down and our actions are inconsistent, if we smile at people sometimes and walk past them stone faced and others because we're having a bad day, then our positive and negative impact may possibly just cancel one another out. And the net effect may not add up. Worse, if we more consistently lean to the negative, always complaining, typically looking at the problems rather than the solutions, playing the role of the critic or cynic, then we have a net negative ripple effect bringing the world down. We all have the capacity to have a powerful ripple effect. The question is, what kind do you want to have? The choice is always yours. Um, those kinds of paragraphs hit me with a hashtag Monday motivation because it just kind of gets me back on track with what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Who do I want to impact? And when you stop and think, I want each of you to take 2 minutes and think about if I had not said yes, what would that mean for people's lives who have been changed since I've said yes? Or where would I be right now if someone had not shared with me? Where would I be right now if somebody wasn't brave and courageous to say, I'd love to invite you to jump on this Zoom call? I would love for you to take a look at what I'm doing. Can I share a sample with you? Where would you be? Where would I be? Right? I when I start letting my brain go down that road, first of all, I've got 51 kids in India who are living in a 3-story orphanage because of the bonuses of our team. When we committed, gosh, it's probably been 11 years ago. I have to go back and look at our opening date. John and I committed that we were going to use all of our business building bonuses to build an orphanage. And we partnered with Angel House, and our initial 2-story orphanage housed 25 kiddos. And because we were sending so much every month from our weekly business building bonuses that we committed to, Angel House called us a few years later and they said, "Hey, we just wanted to let you know that you're pretty much overcompensating, your orphanage. And we went ahead and decided to build a 3rd story for your orphanage. And we've invited 25 more kids to come in and live there. And it's ongoing. So when we think about ripple effect, one, my health has improved. Two, I retired from my nursing career, was able to stay home with my kiddos who are now, 2 now going off to college. And I would not trade those years for the world. So when I think about my personal family testimony, it's just mind blowing to me. But then when I think about the 10,000 or more people who have joined our team and the ripple effect that it's had on our team, on those families, on those people, on, our orphans in India who have, over the years grown and gone on. I've actually been waiting. That's the only thing is updates take months, if not years. I'm waiting for an annual report to see how our kiddos are doing. But just search Sarah Marble Angel House if you want to see some of the videos and more of the stories. It's all over Facebook from when we opened that. So I want to challenge you. What ripple effect are you going to have? Who are you going to invite? Because you might be the only person who took the time to invite and say, I would love for you to take a look at this. It may or may not be for you, but I can't help but ignore this nudging in my spirit that I need to share with you. I think that's something that is so very important. And it's something that truly drives me. What I will tell you, almost 14 years in, I wake up every single day passionate. Now, when I'm on vacation, I might not be sharing and doing as much and all that, but you better believe I had an entire suitcase just of Plexus supplements for my family of 5 to keep us going for 7 days. I'm not even kidding you. We had a full carry-on suitcase. The very first night, my 20-year-old was like, Mom, did you bring our stuff? And I'm like, okay, what kind of question is that? We unzipped the suitcase and lined up the counter because everybody we take our stuff. Like it is a part of our lives day in and day out. It's who we are. It's what we do. And it's just been such a blessing in so many ways. So I'm actually going to be honored to do the next Sunday night call with 2 amazing team members. So this Sunday coming up, will be our week that we have taken up to do that. So if you know anybody who's in the medical field, anybody who wants to stay home with their boys for sports, we have Alexa who's going to be sharing. She started as a college student and is a thriving senior Ruby and got married and is now a brand new mama. So postpartum, she's leaning into her all things Plexus. So we've got a lot of good stuff happening for Sunday. So I just wanted to give you like this little pep talk that what we do matters. And what we do changes lives. And if you need help with that belief meter for why am I doing this? First, I want you to go back and look at your bank account and see has Plexus ever deposited money into your account? And to know that right now times are hard. People are looking for extra income to pay their bills. If I could explain to you guys, just since building this house 3 years ago, in the last 3 years, same house, same family, same everything, watching our electric bill go up, watching our water bill go up, watching our insurance more than triple, like all of these things, like nothing else has changed. I don't know how people absorb that. I don't know what people would do if they didn't have the opportunity to jump in and dig deep and say, you know what? I'm going to recruit 6 new people this month for double business building bonuses, right? And be able to have a direct impact on the amount of dollars that are coming into your bank account. So I want you guys to really think about, why am I here? What do I have to share? How has this changed my life? And then who can I help, love, and serve and give the gift of health, hope, and happiness to? And I promise you, you will probably feel a little bit different about how you invite. When I was sending out texts last night, we literally drove like 8.5 hours yesterday. It took us to get home. I went on a walk, I got in the hot tub, and then I got on my phone and I just started sending out text messages saying, listen, I would love for you to jump on this Sunday night call with me. And of the 8 texts that I got sent out after I got home, I had one person that jumped on, and I'm super excited, and she's super excited, and we're going to talk about getting her started. So are you using the tools and the systems that we have to be able to plug in to build belief? If you look back at that board for the recordings, you guys, plug those in. They're 15 minutes. Listen to a bunch of Sunday night calls and get your own belief meter filled all the way to the top for what we have to offer and how it's changing lives. There's been a little bit of everything. 3 testimonies every single week for the last 4 to 5 months. If your belief meter doesn't get increased after that, we'll have to check your pulse. So, like now practically shifting. If you are saying, I'm going ruby this month, I'm going emerald this month, I want to get that ninja creamy this month, what does that look like for you? There has to be a plan. There has to be actions. When I'm like, oh my gosh, I've only enrolled one person this month, it's because I have not had enough conversations. I have not invited enough people to enough calls and events. And then go back and audit. If somebody were to search, how can I make income from home? Would your profile be one that came up with answers and solutions? Michelle, if you are in our Facebook Messenger chat for this Power Hour, if you scroll up, I posted it, I'll post it again. There's a board that has all of the recordings. Melissa Eichenhorst is amazing. Weekly, she updates the board, but I have a whole Sunday system that I've posted in our chat. So we will do that. Absolutely. If you have been on here, I've seen a few people say, add me to the chat. I need you to personally message me on Facebook so that I can find you and add you to that messenger chat. So I'm going to stop talking and we are going to get to work. We are going to do green light encouragement. And that's another thing, y'all, about this ripple. When it talks about, we have the capacity to have a powerful ripple effect. The question is, what kind do you want to have? The choice is always yours. Is it positive or negative, right? Is it positive or negative? I am the brunt of lots of people picking on me and making fun of me because I am like a ray of sunshine. But I always look for, how can I have a positive impact or effect everywhere I go? What does that look like? When I go to a restaurant and I have an amazing server, one, I always ask their name. And if I can't understand on their name tag, I ask them how to pronounce it. And when they are serving our table, I use their first name and I make eye contact and I let them know that they are valued and appreciated as somebody who is making our experience a good one. If their service is amazing and they did a great job, I ask for a manager and I brag on that server. Because guess what? It's probably a thankless job most of the time. And I will say, being blessed with Plexus, my husband tips beyond well whenever we go anywhere. It's funny, we have a few restaurants where people see us come in, they're like, over here, come sit over here with us. And I love that we have that reputation, that we can have a positive ripple effect. But it only takes 30 seconds to say, hey, can I talk to your manager? Or to find a manager on the way out and say, So and so was amazing. You have a great employee. They're doing a great job. I just wanted you to know we see them, we hear them, they're valued, and let their boss know, because that's a positive ripple effect in their life. They might not go home to a supportive family. They might not go home to supportive parents. Anywhere I go, opening a door, making eye contact, smiling, telling somebody their hair looks amazing. Whatever the case might be, making a conscious effort to have a positive ripple in your world, to the fault of people picking on you and saying, "You're so happy all the time. Why do you have to ask for the manager all the time?" Like, but just think about it. If somebody went out of their way to tell somebody in my circle, "Hey, she's doing a great job," feeling seen and valued is something that's so important. And y'all, that doesn't cost money, right? It doesn't cost money to brag on somebody. And maybe think about that with your customers and your team members. What free social proof and validation could you give today, shouting somebody out saying, "I see you, I'm proud of you, you're doing an amazing job, I see you showing up, I see you working hard on your goals," all of those things. So for the next 10 minutes, make a post, get in your stories, wish some happy birthdays, do your green light encouragement, which if you're on Messenger, their green light's on. If they're active right now, just say, "Hey, I hope you have an amazing Monday. I'm thinking about you today." We are just going to rock and roll with some engagement, and getting our week started, because, guys, the seeds that are planted today could potentially be harvested before July 31st, right? And not every reach out in relationship is going to be something that's going to end up in you signing your next rock star, but it could, right? It could. So let's get to work together for just a little bit. Really quick, I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of a teaser as you're inviting for Sunday. I think the graphics will come out today or tomorrow that you can use in your stories and to invite for the Sunday night call. One thing I want you to remember, I was a registered nurse and my husband was a very successful nurse anesthetist. From all outward appearances, we were living the American dream, right? I had just bought the Honda Odyssey minivan. We had just built our first home. We were like living the American dream outwardly. But behind the scenes, it was 12-hour night shifts. It was rotating call shifts. It was my husband and I figuring out who was going to work on which holidays and tag team the kids. It was exhaustion, it was migraines, it was irritable bowel. So from all outward appearances, like we were doing awesome. Like I can't think of anybody that would say Sarah needs Sarah needs this. Like I can't really think of anybody. And I didn't know what I didn't know about gut health. I had no idea, even as a nurse, that my migraines and irritable bowel and all the things that I was struggling with was a gut health issue. Um, so nobody probably would have said, we should invite Sarah to take a look at Plexus because she would be amazing and probably could go to Diamond and blah. Like it wouldn't happen. We were happy, but behind the scenes was a hot mess. So I say that it was the best accident that I stumbled on. I didn't know what I needed until I found it. And like I said, had Amy not stuck with it and given me samples and followed up for months, and then it took me 7 months to go silver. I had no idea it was a business opportunity. I just want you to think about that because I guarantee every single person on this call or listening to this recording has prejudged someone and said, oh, they don't need Plexus. Oh, they're already healthy. Oh, they're already fit. Oh, they don't need to lose weight. Oh, they already have a nice house, so they probably don't need the money. All of those things that we can say for excuses to prejudge somebody, don't let that stop you from inviting because you never know what somebody's going through behind the scenes. And you never know when somebody's season is going to change. There are so many people in Plexus who joined before a spouse lost their job. And then, thank goodness, they had a little bit of extra income to fall back on when, the roof collapsed, the rug got pulled out from under them, whatever that is. So I want to encourage you, please don't prejudge. And when all else fails, use the sentence, hey, this may or may not be for you, but I just wanted you to take a look. This may or may not be for you, but I can't help but at least invite you to take a look. Plant that seed because you never know what season they're in or what season is coming where this could be the answer. When you use permission marketing, hey, if I could share with you what I have found that has changed my life, would you be open to hearing a little bit about my story and why I think this would be something that would be amazing for you? If you use that phrase, if I would you, they can say no. They can always say no. And then you're like, awesome. If you ever get curious about what I was going to ask you, come back, right? If I could share with you one thing that has changed my life, would you be open to go into coffee and hearing about my story? They can say no, right? So those two things, if I would you, and then it may or may not be for you. And a lot of that is from that Phil Jones, Exactly What to Say. That book is priceless, you guys. Absolutely. It's like a little teeny book. And you can literally flip for what question do I need to ask? Where is my conversation? How do I need to get it going again? He has it by chapter. Like it's literally the best book to have sitting on your desk to use for conversations. So love you guys. Thank you for jumping on. Remember, this is our OnePlexus community. You guys can invite anybody. We're here every Monday, 9:30 to 10 for we're going to call them power shots, 30 minutes. Get in, get it done, get motivated, and rock and roll so we can keep working on our goals together. Talk to you guys soon.